Right, lockdown. 12 hours inside the Smart. To be honest, it doesn't look that bad. It's very spacious. Makes the TARDIS look a bit punky, frankly. The dash is now further away, and it's not S-shaped anymore. It's now straight, more conventional, I believe, for safety regulations. But there are still some hallmark Smart features going on the dashboard. You've got the periscope-style rev counter and clock at the top here. And now the passenger seat sits 15 centimetres further back from the driver's seat, so makes you feel like you're in a bit of a McLaren F1. If I was to put my arm around my girlfriend, I might possibly punch her in the face, which is a bit of a drawback. That said, the key's still down here for the ignition, and it still looks like a Galaxy Minstrel. Anyway, I'm off. 11 hours, 59 minutes to go. I'm going to hit the highway.
Smart say fortwo drivers scythe through congested cities quicker than other cars, thanks to the tiny dimensions of the car, that is. But the new fortwo is actually 20 centimetres longer for several good reasons.
You see, the original Smart used to suffer terribly from a very choppy pogo stick-like ride, and that's basically because it was as wide as it was long. But this is a longer wheelbase car, and although you don't notice it on the outside, you certainly notice it behind the wheel. It feels a lot like a normal vehicle, and doesn't feel like it's going to get kicked off the road like a crisp packet.
Being slightly longer also gives you extra room to breathe if you do get shunted from behind, and that extended snout is more pedestrian collision friendly, which is useful to know if you ever fancy driving on the pavement for a change.
I'm truly lost.
But does that extra length spoil the Smart's party trick of being able to park straight into the curb? Apparently not.
That's right.
Well, sort of. 3.5 hours in, that's how long it takes to assemble a Smart, you know.
Yeah, I'm in a bit of a turmoil at the moment because I'm really thirsty, so I need to hydrate my body, but also I desperately need to urinate. If I don't drink, I'll get dehydrated and annoyed, but if I wee myself, I'll also be embarrassed.
I quite enjoy driving around the town. This car feels agile and surprisingly lusty.
It's no slouch, and I think people are under the impression that because a Smart is the size of a potato, it's also very slow, but it's not. 0 to 30, very impressive. And I should think the 84 brake horsepower turbocharged version is even more impressive. And also I'm doing about 9,000 miles to the gallon, so I could be driving around town for, say, 17 days, and it will cost me £8.
I was now 6 hours in and starting to feel peckish. Smart reckon they've made the looks more aggressive, but frankly, trying to find the visual differences between this and its predecessor is like trying to remember which member of the Corrs plays the drums.
I've got a turning circle of 8.75 metres, and you're jealous.
Smart say every panel has been changed. All I've rumbled is that they've dequirked the door handles by turning them from the vertical to the horizontal position.
Maybe I'll die in here.
I've decided to combat my boredom by getting out of the city and going for a drive.
Right, well, I'm on the open motorway now. I've been doing some 20-30 miles. Apparently, on the convertible versions, you can retract the roof electronically at any speed. Although, to be fair, I wouldn't really like to do it at the 90-mile-per-hour limit, which these are governed to. Now, Smart claim that they've halved the shift time of this semi-automatic clutchless gearbox. But I think they're liars, because there's still this really big pause. It's a bit like talking to an ex-boxer who's been punched in the face way too many times, and now he's a bit slow. Nice bloke, but a bit slow.
Still, with 3 hours to kill, I headed for the mountains to see if driving the Smart for so long could, quite literally, drive me around the bend.
Now obviously Smart didn't build this to be a sports car. They built it to be a very capable city car, but when you're driving on a twisty road like this, you're not going to fall off the road and die, because it hangs onto corners very well. This car is living proof that you don't have to have a lot of power to have a lot of fun.
As I came to the end of my 12-hour shift, I hadn't got a numb coccyx, I hadn't been blown over, and a so-called Tritian safety cell had made me feel confident the car would protect me, even if someone dropped a skip on us. Indeed, Smart say they're hoping for a 4-star rating come NCAP exam day.
Right, I've been inside you for 12 hours, Mr. Smart. I have to say that I don't feel like a piece of origami, which I thought I would. You are indeed a proper car, and I cannot believe that the old version is nearly a decade old, and you're not really that different in terms of looks. You're still cute and quirky, which is what a Smart should be. It's just a crying shame that your gearbox is still woefully slow.
I love you, but I need my freedom.